Well, hello, hello, and hello. Look who it
Hi,
is.
how are
It's
you?
Miss
Look, back
Angie.
in business.
Uh, uh.
Finally, it's been so many Wednesdays ago.
And we have missed you dearly. I promise you, we missed you very, very much. LMT, welcome in. Shield Nova, welcome in. Tammy, welcome in. Sharon Go and Teresa, all of you, welcome in,
Well,
welcome in.
hello, everybody in the chat.
Folks, it's sorry about running a little late. We were on time, and then my computer decided to do a little something something, and then before you know it, it took a crap, and then the other computer I got up, and then it took a long time, a long way around. So the point is
We're
technology.
here.
What can you say?
Yeah, we made it.
We
Major
made it.
effort.
Exactly. And the energies, so if it's that much energy messing with their computers, then you can imagine how much energy we're going to have for our reads. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I called in all the people, guys, ancestors, angels, archangels, everybody. Just bring them on in. Aliens, extraterrestrials, come on in and help us out.
Exactly. Bonnie says we are ish. Ishy.
Yes, Mercury was really, really being a pain in the bottom today. Just lots of stuff going on. And that's why I say every time that we're early or we're right on time, technology goes crazy. When we just
Mhm.
come in and slide into home base, everything works out perfect. So
Yep.
we should just be late all the time.
Exactly. Sometimes planning goes nowhere. Lord have mercy. Welcome in. Hey, good to see you in, Jojo. Nice to see you. Brittany Kittle, nice to see you as well. Knokomov. I don't know if I got that right. I'm sorry if I messed it up. Hey, Natalie, nice to see you in. Not Ali. And Stephanie, nice to see you in as well. Well, Angie,
Last name Illich, I think it is. Can you
yeah,
phonetically tell us how to say that?
exactly. And keep us from butchering it. Natalie says her phone is frozen. Divine Empathic Tarot. Hey, welcome in, Divine Empathic Tarot. Nice to see you in. Sorry, my nose is itching.
Well, how's your week been? Well, we got some rain in my area. Everybody's been talking about the monsoon and how much rain it's going to be. We got just a little bit today, just enough to wet the window of my windshield to turn the windshield wipers on for about 2 minutes, and then it was gone.
We had good rain here last night. I didn't even know it rained. And then this morning, when I took my dog out to eat and to exercise, her get her out for the first thing in the morning. The couches outside were wet, and the stone was wet, so it must have come down pretty good here. But it
Oh,
wasn't like leaves everywhere and limbs everywhere. So I don't think it was a windy rain. I think it was just a
we didn't get a
falling
lot.
rain.
Don, who moved that snake that was on your property? That's what I want to know. What happened with that snake?
I don't know if Ed moved it or whether it took off before he got back because he had Ghost with him, so he had to get Ghost up and away from the snake because she'd probably just go crazy with it, and that would not be a good thing. So I think by the time he got back, the snake was gone. So I don't
I
have the
almost
full
lost my
story.
mind looking at the picture. I was just like, oh my hecky no. No, 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 no. And it just looked it looked too comfortable. Like that was his like that was his
Hmm.
spot and you were invading his territory. I was
Exactly.
not pleased with it.
Well, I was on the phone with him when he was walking. He was walking with Ghost back into the back into the lower entrance to the backyard, and he'd opened the gate and started walking. And went, "Ah!" And I'm like, that noise. I said, "It's a snake, right?" And he's like, "Yes." And so then he took the picture. So he has a very specific sound when he sees a snake. It's like nothing like you're going to see elsewise. It's like
That was
really,
a huge snake, Don. Like
it was.
I almost no. I
Yeah.
couldn't no.
Yeah, and
No.
it had a number of little beads on its rattle. So it's an older rattler, and it wasn't a younger one. Yeah. So he said that it saw him before he saw it, and it got his attention and scared the shoot out of him. So
Okay, see, I think we'd have put the house up for sale. I just can't live my life like that.
yeah, this is the first one that even got close to our yard. Most years we get at least one or two in the yard. This is the first time.
Oh my gosh, I think I almost lost my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with that said, everybody who's in, if you're looking for a reading, let us know if it's a general or a specific reading. As we are drawn to you, we will come your way. And there's no guarantees you'll get to you, but we will do our best.
Palo Santo. I never do Palo Santo, but today I did Palo Santo. Now, what good it did because after I did it, all the technology went to heck. So maybe I should let.
I should have sprayed my spray. You know, I should have been spritzing, but I didn't. Maybe that's what happened. I screwed myself. I don't know. So we'll see. So who are you drawn to first, Miss Angie?
I was looking at that Illich person, or
Uh-huh.
I can't even, but they never told me how to say their name, so I don't know what to call them.
Knokomov, is that how you say it? Knokomov, let us know how you phonetically say your name, and so we can give you a reading without butchering your name. Hopefully, I didn't butcher it so bad there. Divine Empathic Tarot. Yes, I see you on the list. We'll see if we can get to you. Absolutely. Again, let us know, and if we can, we will get to you. Lovely Quinn Liggins Davis. Is that Quinn Lively the same
Yeah,
person?
yeah.
Okay.
Nako, what did you want her to do when you gave her your resignation? Beg you to stay? When I give people my resignation, I assume they gonna be like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, usually the decision's made. I'm like, see ya. We became part as friends. We're good. It's all good. You know, I was the worst as a boss. If I didn't fire my attorneys, then that worked for me. Then when they left, I was okay. It's like if I but when I learned,
It's mutually agreed upon. I
yeah,
don't want you here, and you don't want me here. Have a good
yeah,
day, sir.
exactly. I'm not going to tie anybody to a desk or whatever. It's like if you feel you got to go, I'm good with
Live
that.
long and prosper, sir.
Yeah, you do you. You do you.
Okay, they said call them Lynch. Okay, I got it. That sounds good to me.
All right.
Or just
Well,
knock them on. Okay, you know what, Lynch. I'm gonna go with that. That seems a little off too, but that if that's what you want me to call. And you said a general, Lord
yeah.
have to. Your energy's hard to get into, and you seem really. Are you an actor or actress? Because they keep showing me you in costume, not in like your natural you. They're not showing me your natural face or whatever. They're showing me you in costume. So are you an actor, actress, or aspiring to be, or do you do something like that? Um, but I get that maybe you're not enjoying it or you're not getting the thrill out of whatever you do for work that you used to do for work, and you're looking for something else that's more challenging, but you also want to be fast famous. You seem to want to be fast famous. They showed me the Knight of Swords, which means that you're ambitious, which is great. But you wanted to come quickly. And when they show it to me, they show it like this, and then it falls to the side. So you're kind of like, um, um, you're moving fast and you're ambitious, but it's not prospering you to move you forward. You kind of seem to be going back, like maybe you'll be on a good streak and then something will happen and then you'll get a setback. It's not consistent the way that you would want it to be, and it's not very much what you wanted to do. Um, you said maybe with your job. Well, that's what I'm asking you. What is your job? Like, is your oh, so you're not an actor or an actress? Or are you saying that you're like when you go into the office, you have to be a certain way, like code switch, like real business versus the naturally? You seem to be funny. Your energy seems funny. Like when somebody gets to know you, they think you're kind of funny, but you're very ambitious. What you want to do, you want it to go fast. You don't want to put in any more work. Like you feel like you've done a lot and you're ready to just make some big bucks real fast. And so you're trying to be that next viral or that next, kind of quick money. Like, let me have my moment, and I promise you, I'll turn it into a lifestyle. Um, I do see you moving in the right direction. You don't seem to linger too long in any one spot or any one thing. If it's not working out for you, you're kind of ready to jump onto something else. I don't see that being a bad thing either for you. Right now, you're all about the money because I keep seeing this. So you're really trying to figure out ways. What other stream of income could I have? What else could I do? Are you considering real estate, but thinking that maybe it's more money, it's more time than you're willing to put into it? Because I see like a whole bunch of different things that you've considered doing, some of the things you've tried, but you want fast money, not necessarily in a bad fast kind of way, but you don't want to keep having to do something for years and years and years before you see the payoff. You want your efforts to be rewarded almost soon, like a microwave. Um, you are moving in the right direction. Your guides are most definitely say you are moving in the right direction. Um, maybe do a little bit more research. You seem to just like that Knight of Swords, you just kind of jump. Like, oh, I want to do this, then you just jump into it full on. You don't halfway do anything. You are full on when you do something. So you're gosh, I'm just trying to see how they're trying to steer you to motivate all of that into something useful. But they're saying just do a little bit more research and do something that's more meaningful to you. Like a lot of the things you do are only for the money. They're saying pick something that's a little bit more meaningful, but also makes you money so you'll enjoy what you're doing because your money seems to be tied to your joy. And your commitment and your passion that you put into it. So you are moving in the right direction. What's this with a car? So you're in a car. Are you thinking about relocating to another area? I see mountains in the background. So are you thinking about going somewhere that's more lush and green, like more down south, and you're more up north? Is that something that we're seeing? Because I'm seeing a lot of lush green grass. So if you're not trying to move, then that's growth and that's abundance coming to you. That's the balance you like to have. Okay, right. So you're thinking about moving on. It seems to be a good move. You can go ahead and go. I see you kind of traveling. You're going to a cooler climate because the window is down. I believe you're trying to go to maybe a cooler climate, but also a more moisture climate. So for me, that's down south, like southeast or down south. But it all seems to be a go. Like if you're thinking about moving, you should go ahead and go. And you've been going back and forth over traditional job versus what you're doing, and they're saying a traditional job just wouldn't suit you for too long. You could get a 9 to 5, but I don't think you would stay there too long. So keep pursuing it the way you are. Your big break is coming. This is all experience that is helping you. And I also see a book. I don't know if you consider writing a book about your life or your struggles or your journey, but I do see a book coming for you. And it's kind of like a ladder on it for some reason. They're showing me a ladder. And it may be you telling you how you made it up the career pole or whatever it is, but it's something about your journey. And there's a ladder on the front of it. So that's what I got for you.
Let me see what I get.
It might be sooner rather than later. So even if you could just take little notes or make sure you keep your journal handy by you, you might want to do that. I see the book being a little bit sooner rather than later, or multiple books, like maybe one book, two books. But I do see more than one book. But this one seems to be sooner rather than later, like maybe in the next couple years versus you're saying down the line. It seems like you might want to be thinking 5 or 10, and this seems to be a little bit less than that. Okay, now
What I'm getting it seems as though you are a young man, um, and or you are a strong young woman. I mean,
I
you
got mail too.
yeah, I was getting male energy, but if not, then it's a strong young female and a very determined, very whatever. So can you let us know if you're male or female? But the point is that I see you sometimes I see one of your weakest um not weakest. That's not necessarily maybe. I wouldn't say weakest. Maybe I'll say one of your things you need to work on. How's that? You are male. I thought so. Okay, yeah. And one of the things that you need to work on most, and it seems to be drawn to your attention on this, is the fact that you sometimes are impulsive, and you'll just jump, and that's not always in your best interest. And this is the case, but when you get fired up, you get fired up. It's just what it is. But you need to work on that. That's one of the things that comes out in my attention. And for some reason, it's coming out because it's really something that you need to try to um, get it nipped in the bud now, because they're saying, hey, this is the time to do it. So make sure you start trying to figure out how to do it and nip it in the bud, because you can do it. You're showing the sun card here, so it's like, you can do this. You can bring this problem under control. But if you don't, it's going to be a problem for you. And the good part is it teaches you balance. It teaches you balance. It teaches you um, a way to avoid this, which is all kinds of drama. Okay, and so it helps to bring the drama to an end. So you are strong. You're strong enough to make this happen. So the message you need from me today, the spirit is delivering to you, is that take some time to continue, put the effort in to work on your impulsive behavior, and you will find that that's going to be a major way in which to help see you move forward. All right, that's the one big message I'm getting for you.
Yeah.
And you said,
And you know what? You were talking about moving fast. I got that chariot card. And this
mhm,
one, the way they do it like a snail. So that may be, again, when Don was saying, slow down just a little bit. And that was the one message I got too. Do your research a little bit more before you kind of move so fast. But I do feel like that passion and creativity is coming up on your next project. And
mhm,
you may be getting a little bit of help, or maybe you'll be oh, that's the research part. Look at it. I like the way they do that, like a private eye. I like when it all falls together. So that's a good look right there with the cherry. And then the high priestess, you knowing a little bit. You're very intuitive. That's how they're making it seem. Like, I like this way they do this. I like this deck. This is the um mystical moments deck that I
mhm,
got as a gift from LMT.
mhm,
And I like the way they do the high priestess, because it really shows you her kind of being behind the veil and being able to see things. And then I like how they did the moon with the mystery about it,
mhm,
and the water for the emotion. So I like how it's that intuitive nature of the high priestess, and I feel like you're very intuitive. Um, what was his name? Knock. Yeah, I feel like you're
mhm.
very intuitive.
Hey, divinely guided, welcome in.
Hey, divinely guided.
And
Hey, Miss Julie.
love right warrior, welcome, Julie. Um, Nice to see everybody in, popping in. Hey, Pamela, P Love, nice to see you in as well. So, well, there you go. Not you were hoping for a reading. You got one. You got
You're
some
welcome.
direction.
He said we were very accurate, Don. I'm glad. I hope we gave you some good information too.
Yeah, yep. So put it to use, because again, it was meant for you to know now for a reason, and that is that you can work on it and it'll benefit you. So
I like that. I feel like I should put those 4 cards aside, like when you playing spades and you put it aside like you got a book. Like, that was a
yeah,
good reading. Just put those four away.
exactly. Who is the person you're drawn to next? I can't even think of what I'm
No,
saying. Okay, what is
no. I've
just
never. Who's Reclaim Classic Designs? Do you have a question, or is it Miana? Y'all didn't put any questions in here, so put a question in here, or a general, or whatever it is that you want. Okay. Oh, Barb. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Mia. But okay, she said. Oh gosh, I forgot how I said her name. Miana. Yeah, she said I said it right. So she said general. I'll take. We can take Miana. Miana.
and then reclaim. Let us know, general or specific. Okay, and again, don't say specific, folks. Tell us the question or say general. Yana.
For Miana, for some reason I get baby fever. Either you want a baby or you're the youngest, but there's baby fever, or you're talking to a baby. Let me see if this is a growth that they're showing me, or maturity level, because they're showing me a little baby. So either you're the youngest, or you're ready to have a baby, or you're having baby fever, because I don't feel like you're pregnant, but I do get a baby, or maybe it's an immaturity level. Let me see where they're going with this. Um, or just showing me your growth, your how you're maturing and grow. Um, Let me see what they're giving me for you. I feel like you're growing, because I got the chariot card that just popped out again. So I feel like maybe you're growing in your maturity level, and you're not believing, you're not seeing the benefits or the fruits of your labor. You feel like you're working really hard to be seen different. Is it that people see you, they still see you as a younger version of yourself, or people are not seeing you as your adult self, like you're trying to mature into a different person, and people are not seeing you that way? Because they showed me a butterfly that keeps kind of covering up and uncovering, covering up and uncovering. like you're growing into this butterfly, but people still see you more as the caterpillar before, like they can't see your growth. And so it's making you wonder if you're actually growing. But I do feel like you're doing a good job of moving forward. Are you thinking about moving off on your own, kind of away from family because they're to kind of get some adventure? I feel like you gotta, I feel like you're younger too. Like I feel like you're in your 20s or 30s. You're not that old. Or it doesn't feel like that. Your energy is very youthful. But I feel like you're thinking about relocating or moving out of town just to get around some fresh people, meet a whole new group of people, and build some bonds that way. As in, you may not be so like your circle isn't giving you the support the way that you want it. Like they may be supporting you, but not the way that you need it to be, or the way that you feel that would be nurturing to you. You have a baby face sometimes. You are young. Okay, I get that you're young. But I get that people still see you young and you want them to see you in a more mature way. It's like somebody coming to you and be like, baby girl, you ain't lived yet, or something like that. I used to hate what my aunts used to say when I was younger. Something about you'll know when you get older, or you ain't lived long enough. I used to be like, whatever, like you, or you ain't old enough to know that. All those little things that they say to younger people. I used to get so mad about it. But when I got older, I really understood that I was not old enough to know what the heck they were talking about at the time. So I feel like you're trying to grow into your maturity level, but you're doing a great job of it. But I do get an adventurous tone to you, like you want to move out of town, um, or you want to move away from people and letting people kind of discover you in a different way and get to know you. The move would be great. I see water, so either you're by water now or that's where you want to be. You're kind of like a outdoorsy kind of sunshine. They kind of show you as a surfer girl, or so maybe you're athletic. I don't know that you really do surf, but they show you as a beach type person who really likes to be outside in the sunshine and enjoy the water. Um they're showing me the strength card, so I'm assuming, and they're showing it to me from the Light Seers Tarot, that is that you just went through an emotional time, or you just went through a situation where you had to have a lot of strength. So it's either a romantic breakup, because they're showing me the Three of Swords. So it's either a romantic breakup or some kind of relationship, but it feels a little bit more romantic because that heartbeat was really, really fast. And then it kind of slowed down as it faded away. So I feel like that's a love. For me, that would be like a love relationship. So I feel like you've gone through a kind of a heavy breakup. You moved 3 years ago. Okay. And then I feel like maybe you went through a heavy breakup and that's what that strength card is. But I feel like you're moving on forward because the next card they show me is you walking into your Empress energy and kind of getting in a feel of who you are, like sexually, physically, like how you see yourself in a new way as you blossom into who you are through all of your struggles. I see the Nine of Wands, meaning you're tired, but they want you to be resilient. But I see that fall down and it goes right over, it skips over the 10. So you jump right from that nine to that ace of wands. And so you're going to get that new fresh start. Like it's a new beginning. Like I feel like it's a new job, a new city. Like I feel like there's a lot of new stuff that is coming to you, but it's all interconnected. Like, okay, if I get a new job, then I got to go to a new city, then I got to get a new place to live. And then I can now afford the new car that I want. So it's all a domino effect, but it's all hinging on one thing. So I do see great things coming for you. So that's what I got for you, Mian. My Mian. You know what? I keep saying it wrong.
Hey, you. That works. Hey, you. Um, what I get is youthful angst. I get again a younger person who even though you think you're older, a little bit older, you're not. You're still quite young, I guess, compared to me at least. I'll put it that way. So I get this youthful angst, and I feel like you don't quite you don't quite know you're where you where you should be, or I think sometimes even you have a question or a concern about your community and what community you belong in and which group you belong with. I just get this feeling of a disconnect, and again it feeds into this feeling of belonging and being part of something, and I think that's overrated in this sense specifically, because I think that you are doing well with the limited number of friends that you have, with the circle you have. So be comfortable with the tight circle you have, and don't be worried so much about, having a ton more people, because having a few good, solid friends is so far more important than having a number of associates who will not be there for you when you need them. And I think with growth and with again some maturity, you'll better understand that. But don't make the mistakes as a youth to jettison or to put on a different level or a slow path or whatever some of your really close friends now to try to change and to build into to build a network, a large network, because that's not the energy for you. And I think you know that, but I think you needed to hear that from me, and that's what I have to offer. Let's see what else. Kids, no, kids. It just the word popped up in my head, and they're saying no, don't worry about the kids right now. That's not even a thing. So don't. That's just not. It's not part of. It's not part of your present experience. And look, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that just then? All right, y'all need to stop. There's somebody here, and the spirit is here, and it's been playing a little bit, and I was like, interesting, but they just showed themselves on the screen. It was just, again, well, on the bigger screen, it was like right over here by this thing. Yeah. Anyway, so wow. Anyway, so I'm very distracted now. But yeah, don't worry about kids. Kids will come. Kids will come in time. So know that when you're ready and when it is the right time, they will find the kids will come to you, and they will choose you as a parent, and they will have their life contract fulfilled for you as their mom. Okay, but not right now. Not right now. Look at my face. Don't do it.
We're talking about having children, because of course not. Don't do it. No, don't do it. No. And exactly like that.
Let's see
All
who
right,
is
Don, who we
next.
got
Who is
next?
next? Oh, it was the other young person.
I forgot their name.
Reclaimed Classic, and they asked for a oh Jesus, a general. You said, because when you put the word love life reclaimed, yeah, no, and not unless one comes out. So
We be repelling it like Ebola. Like no.
exactly, that's what Miss Bonnie is for on Wednesday mornings. She loves her love readings. So, and
Okay.
Bonnie, we missed you this morning.
Oh,
We missed
R.
you.
That's the name. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and Angie, you got a chance to see Stephanie was on this morning, right?
I saw it. I loved it. I think Stephanie's energy is so easy breezy and kind of youthful and pure.
Mhm.
I love when she's on because she's so bare bones and she
Mhm.
just, she's so cheerful when she gives you your message. I love to see her read.
Mhm.
She's really good. I like her.
Yeah.
And the
It
more
was,
she does it, the more confident she is and the better she is at it. I like to see her read. I was listening as much as I could today.
yeah.
Sometimes they want me to do my job and I can't
How
just
dare they?
dedicate 2 hours to watching them. But when I did tune in, she was doing really well. She seemed really comfortable on the camera. She didn't have any problems.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes people get a little nervous. She seemed to be like right on it. Like it wasn't even there. Like it was just like talking to Julie.
Yep. It's like she was in class or something. She's like,
Yep,
I'm
I
good.
loved it. Yeah,
Yep.
she is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. So Stephanie, if you're watching, kudos. If
Good
you're
job.
not, we'll
Good
make sure
job.
to get them to you.
Okay, General for Barb. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make sure this isn't me having a stereotype against the name. Because I get like you're in a retired, like they showed me green grass. They showed me somebody on a golf cart, going around, just kind of have a leisurely time. So for me, that's kind of like retirement. It doesn't feel like vacation. It feels like you're ready to walk over into that lifestyle and just, like you've had a good life. You've worked hard. You've earned your time and you're ready to just kind of have, oh, that's good. Just having like having um, a, you're ready to relax. Like you've paid your dues and you're ready to relax. You're ready to step over into that life. But you're trying to figure out what you want to do. You don't want to just sit around. You do want to be a bit busy and have passive income, but you don't want to do anything that's too demanding. You seem to be ready to just transition, because they show me you transitioning over from one thing to another. But from like a busy city to like a more slowed down town sort of feel. So I don't know if that's you wanting to move or you just wanting to change your lifestyle from a fast pace to a slower pace. Um, I feel like it's dependent upon other people in the family, either a partner or family that are close by, but you are trying to figure out what you want to do. Um, being mindful of their feelings, but also trying to decide what you want to do. She says she is retired, but also do what makes you happy because you feel like you've dedicated a lot of your life to family and their issues and their challenges, and you just kind of want some time to yourself. I feel like you just moved to you did move to the country, so they're okay. So they're showing me. So where are we going with this? They're
Angie,
showing me
you
all
must
the
be
things
psychic.
done.
You must be
And I'm
psychic.
like, okay, so you're showing me everything that's done happen. What are you trying to tell me about her that should be?
Exactly.
What is it about the sunflowers? Do you have sunflowers? I feel like you have a yard with a porch that has sunflowers in it, or you want to plant. There's something about sunflowers they're showing to me, which is a good thing because sunflowers is like the sun card, which is one of the happiest cards in the deck. So I do feel like, for me, that's good things coming for you, or that's a success and achievement. Um, and freedom. I feel like there's a freedom in there. Like you're just kind of not punching the clock anymore, having to do what anybody else is telling you to do. But what are they trying to say about that? Money seems to be coming up. Not that you're in desperate need of it, but you also don't want to decrease so much as you continue to increase. You want there to be a balance. Like you want to spend, but you also want there to be something coming in. You don't want it to all just be going down. You're worried a little bit about your health, but they're not bringing any major things up to me. It may just be you either thinking back on older health issues or just being concerned about your health, but they're not showing me anything of concern. You seem to be eating healthy or wanting to go on with a more healthier diet. They show me you kind of walking, so maybe you're going to pick that up as something to do to be more active. Lots of yellow sunflowers. Okay, I can see your front yard. You got lots of yellow sunflowers on front. Okay. And you seem like a person who likes to sit on the porch with like in a rocking chair with a glass of tea and just kind of enjoy like the sunset and just the few passerbyers that go by because you seem to sit way back off the road, but you love the freedom of it. That's what that sunshine is. You love the freedom of it, and you're just wondering, is there anything else you could be doing? And right now, I seem to be getting kind of just enjoy your leisure. A project will come, and when it comes, you'll be ready for it. But it's not anything that you have to intently move forward on right now. Or I also see you baking and cooking. Like, are you thinking about selling pies or some kind of food that you cook? But like maybe at a county fair or something like that. Nothing very serious, but just trying to see if some of the foods that you cook it doesn't feel like crafts, it feels like food that you could be something that would sell very well, and I think that it would. There's a variety of things they're showing me from like desserts to maybe even main dishes or pastas that you cook, or are you planning a picnic or something, some kind of a big party? Because I see lots of food that you've cooked, but I assume you were trying to sell it like at some kind of event. You do a bit of woodworking. I guess that could be it. It is outside, but it felt I don't know, I felt like it was cookie. Maybe I just wanted you to be cookie. But that's what I get for you. Like just kind of rest right now. As things come along for you, you'll get it.
It is interesting because we have the star card here, which is the alignment card. So I think the rest and the rest that Angie is suggesting for you is helping you to realign, to get back into alignment with what is what is your purpose? What is your like your hermit card feeling in that sense? What is your purpose? What is it you think? What is it you wanted to do? What is it you want to do? What really drives you, or what propels you, compels you? What is it that because I think right now you're in a period where nothing really fascinates you is enough, and so this is a class structure situation. So maybe you should be looking at some learning something or doing something again. Getting out in groups is important again, but trying dabbling in different things and see what's kind of aligning with you. Because I get the feeling like you're trying to look for what is for your next step. It's like you ended one step and now you're like, you ended one phase and now you're entering another, and you're thinking, what does it want to do now? How do I want to use my time? What productively can I do, and what will bring me pleasure, and or what will bring me something else, be it economics or whatever. It's not. I don't see. I just don't. It's interesting because I get a lot of strength from you. I get a lot of energy from the Emperor card. So I don't think I think your life is pretty good actually right now. I don't see anything major that stands out as some people come to us because they something is amiss, or they're in but I don't think that for you. I think that you're just trying to find what your next step is, and what aligns with you. And so again, what I would suggest is to just start doing things, getting involved, making sure that when people invite you to go someplace, do it, and start getting back into life to the extent where you have opportunities to try different things, and you're going to stumble on what it is, like Angie was saying, that helps you. And you could wind up actually taking a cooking class and wind up finding, oh my gosh, I kind of like this and I'm actually good at it. And then that turns into another and another and another. So even though cooking may not be now where you are, it actually may be where you may want to go once you try it with a class, or like an adult education class, or one of those evening things where you go for one night, drink some wine, cook, and you're like, wow, this is kind of cool. I love the flavors. I love the feeling of messing with, changing things up, and trying something new. So don't be surprised if that's
I
what.
love that comment she put. My life is pretty good, actually. Listen, I don't think we ever had nobody say that. That is worth the praise right there. My life is pretty good, actually. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. No, that's what I was sensing. I was sensing there's no drama. It's just a bit of wondering what's next, and what do I
Exactly. Like,
what's
I've done
coming.
all the hard part. This is the part where I just kind of sail along, keeping my head low and just enjoying my time. It feels good. I
Exactly.
like your energy.
Yeah. Kind of like a Lionel Richie song. Sail on down the line, about a half a mile or so. I don't really know where I'm going. Exactly. I mean, anytime to pull a song in there, I can't help it. Anyway,
That's
who is next, Miss Angie?
who is Michelle Prater? She wants a general.
All right, Michelle, you still here? Michelle wants a general. I'm almost certain she's here because that was a pretty recent text. You're welcome, Reclaimed Classics, Barb. And that who she said she was, Barb.
Yes, that was her. That was her name. Yes.
Okay,
So
Michelle. Michelle
Michelle,
is
let's
here.
see. Okay, so Michelle, as soon as I get into your energy, I hear everything is fine, but they show me everything is fine from the Modern Witch Tarot deck, where the person is laying down and they have all the swords in them, which is the Ten of Swords. So it seems that you're at a painful ending, like something has been going on for a while, you've endured it. Now you're at the end, you're at the Ten of Swords, but you're pretending like everything is fine. You've had a lot of bumps and bruises and you're just ready to move on to the other part and get this over with. You don't really understand how all of it came about, but you know that it's been a painful situation that you're going through, that you've been enduring. They keep using the word enduring. I want to say go through, and they keep saying enduring, that you've been going through this for a while, but you're about to be on the other side of it, because it then turns into a Six of Swords, which is transitioning from chaos to calm. Um, it feels like there was a betrayal in there, because I keep seeing the five. Hey, you got a lot of swords. Oh my gosh, it's like a lot of mental things that are going on, a lot of thoughts and stuff that you're dealing with, that are keeping you up, or that you've been mulling over a lot. I get the Five of Swords, and you felt kind of defeated, or like people were being unfair to you, like you had a loss, but you don't understand why you're the person in this situation that's experiencing the loss, when maybe you were trying to be the peacemaker, or you were not trying to be um you weren't trying to be in the center of it all. And with that tickle in my throat, I wonder if it was like you were trying to stay back, but people forced you to have to speak up and defend yourself. Um, and you didn't want to, or maybe you need to speak up, because they showed me the Queen of Swords, but she is in the reverse. I don't normally use reversals, but in the reverse, that means that you are not speaking up, and you probably need to speak up, speak your mind a little bit. But I feel like you know that you can be a little bit biting sometime. When once you get started, you know that you can kind of sting. And so you're trying to be as amicable, and you don't seem like you like a lot of confrontation, but you're going to have to speak up a bit for yourself to, um, if not only to defend yourself, but to kind of clear the air and things and just set a couple people straight or set your boundaries, because it seems to be a situation where people are overstepping your boundaries. Career wise, I heard that you're okay. Okay. Like doing good, okay, but you're on the come up. Like you really are. Are you eyeing a new position either at your current place of employment or at a new place? Because I see like a new opportunity coming your way, and it feels like a baton is being passed to you. So maybe somebody's getting a promotion and you're going to take their position and move up. But I get that you're going to make some kind, like you're in the Okay. I feel like you're in line to move up. Like they really showed me the Ace of Wands, but they showed it to me as a baton being handed to you. So I feel like you're about to take somebody's position. Either they're stepping down, they're leaving, or they're being promoted and you're stepping into a position. It seems to be a little bit unexpected because you're kind of like, oh, like surprised by it. So either you're surprised that this person is leaving or you're surprised that they considered you for the position, but you seem to be well qualified to do whatever it is. It seems to be a significant increase in income because they show me your income increasing and going up, 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 up like that. Okay. Oh, okay. So maybe you're going to get some kind of job right out after that. But I see a baton. It didn't seem like a diploma. It felt like somebody were giving you the baton so that you could take over to do whatever else it is. But it could be, it could have been a graduation thing, but it felt very much like you taking over, stepping into somebody else's position to do their job. But you seem to be well on your way and doing pretty good. Kind of liking what you do, but wanting to make more money at it. And I do feel like money is coming or an increase is coming that will help out your bottom line. So that's what I got for you.
It's interesting. Michelle, right? Michelle, yeah. Michelle, Michelle, were you at one time a victim of domestic abuse? Because for some reason I'm picking up that energy, and I don't know, or is that one of the things you're studying in this counseling thing? Because I'm picking up this domestic abuse energy, and it was disconcerting, and it's interesting because I feel this this stuck, this feeling of just not again feeling like it's like no matter what you do, the progress seems slow to say the least. Okay. So I'm getting this feeling of that, and have you let go? Have you, if you're out of it, which again, part of me is, I see the fighting that you have, that the internal struggle with it. Again, if it's, and again, you don't have to even, I don't know. Yeah, okay, it makes sense. Yeah, and you came out of it, and there's still an internal struggle with you because, unfortunately, you cared for him very much, very very much, and 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 he had you at one point. He had you believing that sometimes you deserved it. Sometimes you caused it, even though he's the one who was abusive, and he had you trained in that way. And I still think you have some PTSD from that, and it still slips in, and it keeps you from time to time from moving forward, because you'll be fine for a while, and then all of a sudden it flashes back. So I think you need to get some counseling. You need to start moving, putting a plan together to get some counseling to help you get beyond it. You may have already done that, but but I think that you need to continue to work on that, because I mean, I know you're working to be a counselor, but it's amazing how most psychiatrists have a psychiatrist. They have a psychiatrist. Psychologists have a psychologist. It's fascinating how they do that, and I would strongly suggest you continue to work on that, because in the field that you're working in, and in the field that you're working to become active in, you will be triggered, because the people around you will bring those things. Those are things that are attached sometimes to the issues that you are counseling on. So heal yourself. Make sure you take the time to heal yourself while you educate. Okay. And for everybody and anybody out there, and when you're in this situation, know that you're not the reason for it. You did not cause it. And more importantly, there's a lot of support around you if you reach out. So there are the helplines. for domestic abuse hotlines and so forth out there. And I think I actually have one of them here. I'm not saying for you, Michelle, at this point, but I'm saying down the road, if anybody out there has had this or needs this information, it's here. Okay, so again, Michelle, take your time to try to get through this, because I think it can be problematic for you um, as you move into the counseling role in which you're trying to do. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, Don, you said something that struck something in me that I was talking to Miss Bonnie today about my chart and something. Oh my gosh, I totally lost my train of thought reading that question that Renee put in there about Alicia. Dang it. But it was something you were saying about Michelle, and gosh,
The
it was
PTSD.
all boiling down to you really need to go to Miss Bonnie to get an astrology reading. She's really good. She did my charts today. And I know that's not something that she advertised, but she did my chart. She like did my whole little birth chart and gave me a reading today. And it was really, really good how we kind of walked through my life and saw, like where the growth or lack of growth or whatever, kind of how, the planetary alignment and everything she was seeing kind of coincided with what I was doing. And gosh, where was I going with that? One of the things that she had said in there, dang it, it was something about maybe having to do with change or something. Oh, I don't know. Either way, go to Miss Bonnie and get a reading, and
And Miss Bonnie
let her
is
see your
calling.
chart,
Miss
calling
Bonnie's right
your
here, calling
angels.
on Angels 1111, and I will post um, her YouTube page so you can make sure that you follow her. And you probably already do, come think of it, Michelle, but just for anybody out there, if you're looking for love readings and if you're looking for something more, Miss Bonnie's the one, but also for the astrology for this specifically.
She doesn't do it now, like she doesn't, advertise to do it, but she did my chart, and I'm telling you, it's a night. Like we were probably on the phone 90 minutes, and she probably could cut that down to an hour because we were kind of just shooting the breeze. But it was so in depth, and it was so nice to see how it unfolded for us. And it takes a while for her to prepare and get it all done, so it's a pretty pricey thing. But I'm telling you, she did my chart so well. We walked through my whole life, and how things are going and where I was trying to go, and and she helped me to understand a lot of it, and a lot more of it made sense to me. But it was very good. You might want to really reach out to Miss Bonnie and have her read your charts. Gosh, I really wish I hadn't read that comment so I would know what I was trying to.
Well, I'll give you a minute to think about it, because I'm going to play the like, share, subscribe thing that Miss Bonnie actually posted. So watch the video, folks, and hopefully Angie, it'll shake something loose there. Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Additionally, if you have a birthday this week, last week, or next week, this is for you. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And if
I
you
was gonna say thank you. We're out of birthday season, and we're not. We got one more birthday this month.
your family is like birthday years, it's like Lord have mercy. It is crazy. Angie's family, when they celebrate, you the whole month of your birthday month is your celebration. So
And
by the
we
time
have a
you're done,
birthday
years
from
are up.
January to August every single month.
Exactly. While you're showing Miss Bonnie the love, also show Miss Angie the love. Make sure you subscribe to her YouTube page. That would be wonderful. If you're on YouTube, you can also follow her on Facebook as well. What on Facebook? What is your thing on Facebook? I forget. Is it A5 says, or is it
It's
Angie?
Angie Lewis. It's Angie Lewis on Facebook.
Okay,
And then it's A5 says on YouTube.
there you go. So this is Angie's thing for YouTube. And again, if you are on your phone and you can't QR code it, you can always hit that button, and it's given in the list of the in the chat, because it'll take you. It's HTTP
So
code.
Don, I don't remember what you sent me today. Can I bring that up?
What did I
The
send you?
files that you sent me today, can I bring that up? The
Yes,
recording. Okay.
yes,
So
yes.
Don sent me these recordings today because he's going to do a meditation, and Don does a very good meditation voice, right? So when Don sent it to me to listen, I was trying to listen to a regular, like we're sitting here. I had to close my eyes and get into meditation mode. and see which voice was more soothing or that I liked. And that's how I decided to tell you. I sat here and closed my eyes and just kind of, if I was meditating, would this voice be soothing or would this voice be soothing? And that's how I picked. But I think you're really on the right track and I love it. Um, because I've been in the ones you've done in class and they've been really good. So I think a meditation video is going to get like so many good views because you really do have a good, really calming voice when you're doing your meditation or doing a walkthrough. I like their guided meditations.
Yeah, these will be guided meditations, and what Angie's talking about is my first one will be up very, very soon. I have all of the images already done. I have the music done, and I'm putting together the voiceover, I guess you call it, and it'll guide you, it'll teach you and walk you, not teach you necessarily, but it'll walk you through the process of opening up your mind, heart, and soul, and eventually sitting down to communicate with and getting to know your spirit guides. So the
Yeah.
very first meditation that I want to do, because I've heard so many people ask about this, is enabling you to reach out and to sit down and communicate with your spirit guides. That's what the meditation will take you to.
And
And
I
then,
love it. And as much as we do this live and do this on a regular basis, I still sometimes need that guided walkthrough to help me to get even deeper or to, kind of have that moment where I just kind of settle in and listen. And I listen every night to a different meditation or a series of meditations. And I would love to add that to my collection. But that's how I was trying to figure it out by getting to meditation mode and listening to your voice.
I appreciate that, and it's interesting because I have that one done. I also have one that's the script is written for the success one, so it'll be a meditation to go under and reprogram yourself to be successful. Because the first thing is often is with people we don't know it, but sometimes we've programmed our life or our experiences have programmed us to not believe we will be successful, even though we want to be, and we talk about doing it and subconsciously we do things to sabotage our own success. And so I'm actually writing the script for the meditation that's going to be able to help you again take those steps, make that journey, and then take yourself to that space where you then release that block and you then start truly knowing that you can and you deserve to be successful, therefore you can be successful. And
We
that's when
always go worst case scenario because we don't want to be let down. So we brace for it
yep,
not to work. And then when it doesn't work, it just kind of like a self fulfilling prophecy. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to find that balance between wishing, and waiting, that space in between where you're waiting for it to happen. You're still wishing for it, but you're waiting for it to happen. Sometimes it gets a little hard to maintain that level of excitement for it to finally get here, especially if it's taken a long time.
And it's also interesting how this is something I heard the other not so long ago, and I thought it was fascinating, but it's true. It's like you have your dreams, right? And it's like, what would you dream if you knew you could not fail? What would you dream if you knew you could not fail? And think about that versus what you would have dreamed if we say have a dream, predict what's going to happen, have a dream to take you. It's amazing how if you're unleashed, if you're unbridled and you're allowed to run free, what you may be capable of. But again, sometimes we put those blinders on because we believe, oh, let's dream realistically. Who says? Who says? Who says? That's all I can say. So, oh man. So yeah, thank you for bringing that out. But yeah, I'm definitely those are coming along, and I'm very happy with the progress so far. But I'm thrilled for the feedback. Thank you much.
Oh, you're welcome. I always love to be a part of the test kitchen.
Who is next,
Um,
Miss
I
Angie?
like Lisa Ann. She said, "Good evening. Can I have a general?"
Sounds good. Let me find her here. There we go.
All right, Miss Lisa Ann, are you still here? Are you ready? It wasn't that long ago, so I think you're still here. Okay, so Miss Lisa.
And while Angie's connecting, I just wanted to pat myself on the back. For those of you who don't know it, I won the 2024 International Impact Book Award for two different categories. One for body, mind, and spirit, and one for personal growth and development. Those are both for my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. And so I just wanted to share the news with everybody. I'm so I was happy that it happened, and I'm told I'm in the final category for yet another award I shouldn't let that out of the bag yet because I may not get it. Who knows? But you know what? The hell. At least I made it to that
Well, look,
point.
if you don't get it, nobody will ever have to know. You just don't ever have to bring it up again.
I'll never mention again. Exactly. And then one other thing is over the weekend I hit over 100,000 views on YouTube. And that was a major milestone because that was one of the things I didn't know if I'd ever get there. And Lord have mercy, I got there. So that was good. So there you go.
I
What you got?
love it. I love good news. I love good news because it's contagious. So if you got good news, then I got good news. So I like to be around people who get good news.
Exactly. Share the wealth.
Exactly. Little Miss Elisa Ann, I get such an innocence to you, and I'm gonna have to start with the cards for you because your energy is either I'm just seeing you as too pure and innocent, and I can't get into your energy right, or but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right, so I'm gonna go let the cards lead me on this a little bit, more, because I get such an innocence to you and a youthful energy too. Um, But that you're a little bit confused, like maybe you're going through a period. Let me see, because this feels like it. Oh yeah, you're mulling over. Oh gosh. Okay, that makes sense. So I got the I was gonna say, are you going through some kind of transition period where you're trying to figure out where you're gonna be religiously and spiritually, like you're like maybe the things you learned as a child or as a youth are kind of being challenged and you don't know how you want to move forward. Like, do I want to go strongly with what I know, or do I want to explore some other things and develop my own idea of what spirituality and religion is to me? And so it's kind of it's not so bad that I think it's kind of keeping you up at night, but you are thinking about it a lot because you seem to keep getting put in situations where it's a moral dilemma or it's something where you have to choose, well, would I go this way or that way? And then I feel like this right here, this Hierophant card is you kind of leaning more to the intuitive side, knowing that gut feeling is more than a gut feeling. It's a knowing. It's some kind of way that you're getting this information and you're not understanding how. And so you want to lean into it a little bit more and find out a little bit more about it, but you're still a little bit afraid because it's kind of like what I've heard on TV versus what I've seen, what I've kind of seen out in the world. And I don't know where the where the fine line is between what's real and what's fake. And so, you want to explore, but you're not sure what resource to go to. And again, I would like to offer that you could come to our class on Tuesday night. It's totally free, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Pacific time. Right now it's Pacific time, but we're totally Mountain Standard Time. But so 6 p.m., which would have been like an hour, almost 2 hours ago for us. And so you're kind of wondering what you want to do, and that would be a great class for you to come. There's no judgment. You could kind of explore, kind of see what you want to do. We have people of all different levels of abilities and all different skills that they have. And so it would be a good place for you to come and discover like what it is that you want to do to move forward. But I do feel like you're kind of in limbo. Like they showed me like a teeter tot, and you're kind of trying to get some balance and decide how you're going to move forward. There's a little bit of fear in it just because of the unknown, and then kind of walking away from what you've always known your whole life and what seems to be a general family practice. But you are growing. Like they show me you kind of busting out and busting through and spreading your wings and wanting to be your own person. That's that Knight of Cups, trying to find your own way. Again, for me, that's that intuition. That's that movement, and that's you trying to figure out how to balance everything emotionally, spiritually, physically, psychically. Like all your things are kind of hitting at the same time. I wonder if you're like in your early 30s, your late 20s or early 30s. You don't seem to be too old, but you do seem to be at a pivotal point where you're transitioning from one stage of life to another stage of life, and your belief system is being challenged quite a bit. Um, and how you move forward will determine a lot, like where you'll live, what you'll do for your career, and how you'll move forward. Were you ever thinking about wanting to be in the entertainment industry? Because I get not so much modeling, but maybe some kind of way in the entertainment, if not in front of the camera, then behind the camera. But you had aspirations of being in the entertainment industry. But again, I think your belief system kind of scares you away from that, or things that you've heard about that industry. So you step back from that, but you always wonder, what if I would have? And so Now you're trying to figure out how to move forward and what career path you should take. I see you in an office, but feeling restless, like that's not where you want to be. You want to, you kind of want to, do something non-traditional, but you want the consistency of a constant paycheck or something like that. So you're really trying to figure out how to go forward, like, because they see you kind of going back and forth like this. You're 45. Oh my gosh, you have a very youthful energy. But you're still at a transitional or pivotal point where you're trying to figure out how you want to move forward. Um, and I got like a partnership. I got the Three of Pentacles, which means you're either getting information or from somebody who knows a little bit more than you, or you're partnering with somebody. And then I got the Two of Swords, which is you trying to make a decision on how to move forward. So I feel like you're at a transitional period in your life and you're just trying to figure out how you want to move forward. That's how it's making me feel. Okay, back and forth. Okay, because I get the back and forth with the faith thing, and you trying to figure out how you want to move forward, and so you don't want, like, you're not paying attention to something. You're blinding yourself to the reality, or to what feels good to you but seems foreign to you. Like, spiritually, this feels good, or my gut feeling feels good, but it's a foreign feeling to me because I'm used to a more strict routine or a strict belief system, and this seems just a little bit too freeing, and you don't want to go too far to the right or too far to the left and be out of alignment or get into something that you don't know about. But they're just showing me the path is clearing for you. Like, whatever was in your way, they're clearing the path for you to make that decision and to move forward. I do feel like you will be, if you're not working or some kind of way changing jobs or doing something different than what you used to do for your career. Like, I feel like there is a change happening, but it'll be more of your own choosing and you deciding, like, to be your own boss. So maybe starting your own business or doing something that gives you more freedom to do on your own than being under the umbrella of somebody else. So that's what I got. Hey, angels.
Let's see what I'm getting here. Lisa Ann, when no, 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 no.
So her mother died 7 years ago.
Lisa Ann, you have do you have 3 children? And is the middle one a daughter? I'm picking up and again I'm getting middle one, and usually when they say middle one, it means there's usually 3. So do you have children? And if so, are there 3? And is the middle one a daughter? But did you have trouble with her when you were carrying her? By the way, is this one that you had an issue while you were carrying her, and therefore she was a more difficult birth than the other 2? But I'm jumping to a lot of conclusions there.
You've asked 40 questions. She's just going to say, yes, watch.
Exactly. Oh Lord. Did any of that resonate, Lisa? And
I just get an innocence from her, or like her energy seems to be so pure and honest.
Yeah, I feel like I'm being drawn to, again, the daughter, and again I'm being showed middle daughter, and and that middle daughter is having something's going on there. Something's going on, and I'm not saying you don't communicate with her. I'm not saying that there's not a conversation going on, but what I would suggest is that the conversation needs to be had, because I'm picking up one daughter. Okay, you need to reach. I don't know if you've reached out to her in a while, and I think you don't need to probe necessarily, but I think you need to create an opportunity for them to have a conversation with you, because I think that she needs to have a conversation. And again, was she one of your difficult? Was she a difficult birth? Because I'm getting that feeling as just a confirmation that this is who I'm talking about. But most importantly, I know you may have conversations with her. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on in there, but I'm telling you that she needs to have a conversation with you. She needs mom. And so, but she's not going to come to mom and say, mom, and dump it off on you. What she's going to do is she's hoping that you will somehow present an opportunity to her, and then she will come, have that conversation. So present yourself with that opportunity, make sure that opportunity exists, and then let her talk. This is the one time where I need you to shut up, Lisa. I need you to shut up and not be a mom, not be a parent. She has a difficult birth, and she had a half sister, same dad, but I left their father. Okay, I get it. But again, have the conversation, let her talk. No judgment, no, just support, and acknowledge that you hear her. If anything, mirror back what she's saying, because again, she needs to know that she's being heard, and listen clearly, and only only give a little bit of advice should you be asked. But I think she just needs to be heard, and I think she needs to have a conversation with you where she is controlling it, and she's able to download some stuff on you. And then once she's through that, once she's had that conversation, um, it's going to open up a floodgate of emotions for both of you, but it's also going to open up a floodgate of new opportunity for the two of you to bond in a way that you haven't in a while. So again, present yourself the opportunity, present her the opportunity with a conversation. Let her talk. You listen. You if anything, again, you mirror back and just let her know that you're hearing her. As I hear you, as what I'm saying, you're saying, I totally get it. What else? What else? And have her talk and have her work through all these things, because yeah, this is a great opportunity for you, and it's being presented to you. Don't miss this opportunity. Give yourself the chance to have this wonderful, open session. Again, it's not really you talking much. That's what they keep telling me. Don't talk much. Let her talk. You listen, but let her know that you're actively listening, not you're just going That won't work. Okay. And then let us know. Come back and let us know how this resonates with you, and if this was indeed helpful. Because again, that was the energy that I was pulling for you. But yeah, and again, the reason why, at least, and the reason why Spirit tends to give me other information like the difficult birth was to give you confirmation that we are indeed on the same energy length and wave. So therefore, that it's real, it's genuine, because that's ethics are a big important thing for Angie and myself and all the readers that we work with, is that if we don't feel something, we're not going to tell you. If we don't get something, we're not going to tell you. We're not going to blow smoke up your ass. So often the good thing is our spirits will give us confirmational data, which have very little to do with the reading, but it's more important that when you hear it, oh man, only they would know that, because no one else would know this.
And we press in on it because it'll seem like something so insignificant. Like, why are you pressing in on that? Because they want this to be that one thing that is significant, that that we got this information from a higher power, not from, like, we're not just, I don't know, researching you online.
Exactly. She's 6 with ADHD, was just diagnosed, and has an IEP with School for Learning. Yeah, I think, and it's interesting because the school thing was coming into my head. There's something going on at school, and again, kids don't want mom to go fix it or dad to fix it, because then they feel like they'll get bullied more. But I think she needs to have the conversation and vent what's happening at school. And you need to not be that mother who's, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to beat somebody's ass. That's not what she needs. And that makes more sense to me, because it kind of makes a connection. Don't be surprised if something's happening and where she feels like she's not happy, or she's being bullied, or she's being something, or she's been slighted. But again, let her talk. But don't jump up and go and ready to go fight, everybody and their brother.
See, I think that's why Brandon never told me what was happening in school, because I used to be like, somebody bothering you? You need me to come to school? Is there a problem? I will be outside when you get there. So if something happened, he probably just didn't tell me.
My mother would show up with her flip flops, and that flip flop would be a paddle too.
Exactly.
And she's like, I'm gonna whoop somebody's ass,
Yeah. My niece went to a new school. She went to the 10th grade, so she left Mountain Point and went to the school that Brandon and Kamora went to.
Mhm.
And so on the first day, she was a little nervous. Her mom was like, "Oh, you'll be okay." I said, "I'm on my way. I will be on my way. Let there be a problem, I'll be on your way." Your mom's talking about, "Oh, it's going to be a good day." I'm like, no, I told her I'm down the street. So if there's a problem, I could be right there in a few minutes.
No, I totally get that. Yeah. And it's interesting because my mother, I remember one time I was in fourth grade. I was in fourth grade and I like to talk in class a lot. And my teacher had warned me, but my teacher knew I had a hole in my eardrum on the one side, and it was slowly healing, and my ear was very sensitive. And she came up and she heard me talking, and she grabbed my ear and she pulled me like this, and man, my ear swelled by the time I got home. Well, my mom's like, "What the hell happened to you?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, no, nothing, mom, nothing, nothing." And she's like, "No, no, what happened?" And I'm like, "Well, this is what my teacher did, and it's my fault because I was talking." My mom's like, "No, yeah, you were bad. You were talking, yes, but that woman, no, 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 no." The next day, she's dragging me to school, because I'm like, "Oh God, this is not gonna be pretty." And she goes up and she goes to the principal's office, right? And they're like, "Do you have an appointment?" She's like, "We're not having an appointment." And she barges right in. And she was livid. And she says, and then the principal's like, "Well, let me call because this doesn't seem like this teacher and whatever." So they called the teacher down. She came down, and my mom, says, "Hey, this is what happened." And the principal starts talking nicely, like, "Well, there's this thing," and he says, and my mom's like, "No, let's get to it. Did you pull my son's ear?" And oh my God, my mom's like, my mother was ready to whoop, and my mother told her, she said, "How dare you? I'm going to whoop your ass." And my mom is just a tigress in that sense. And so she told the teacher, "I'm going to whoop your ass." And the principal's like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." And my mom's like, "You never
Can't
lay a hand
see
on my
your
child."
mom like that. Oh, you are making this up, God. I
No,
cannot.
no, when she was young, she was a tigress, and she's like, "I'm gonna whoop your," and I'm like, my mom said, "Whoop ass." Oh my God. I was shocked at that words because she's a country fighter. My mother was one of many children, and she had lots of brothers, and she learned to fight because you had to learn how to fight in the country. And so she was tough, but she only pulled it out when she needed to. And so the principal's like, "Okay, okay, okay," and whatever. And she's like, "Go back, we'll resolve this." So Miss Colbert was my third grade teacher who I loved. And so she also taught fourth grade. And so the principal put me into Miss Colbert's class to finish that fourth grade year. Yeah. Yeah. So, oh yeah. I remember clearly my mother was ready to go to war and she would have
You
whooped her ass.
not talk anymore though because you were afraid mom was gonna come back up there again.
Uh-huh. So I was very careful not to bring stuff home because I'm thinking, "Oh no, I don't know what to expect." But my mom would tell us, and my mom told the principal the same thing. She said, "I know what he did, and I took care of him too." She said, "But at the same time, no, this is, you crossed the line here." So yeah, it was kind of interesting. It was interesting. So
John, Lisa Ann said she's the middle child of three. Maybe that's why you kept saying middle child. She's the middle child of the three. The lady we were just reading, Lisa,
oh,
she's the middle child.
okay, that
Yeah,
was the significance then. I was misreading it as in your daughter. So you were wow, crazy, right? Lord have mercy.
they just show us three people. We got to figure it out.
I don't know, Angie. I might be psychic.
All right, John, you pick the next one. I'll pick that one.
All right. Well, that was a good choice. A great
I like
choice.
her. Her
Great
energy
choice.
was nice.
It was. It was indeed. Let's see who else is here. I'm loving this. Be able to scroll through my screen without having to hit the button. It's kind of nice.
For all of you who are asking how we pick our questions, well, first of all, a lot of you are saying, "Oh, I only see my name. I only see me in the chat." We're on about six or eight different platforms. Like Don has multiple Facebook accounts. I have a Facebook account. We each have multiple YouTube accounts and we have a Twitch account. So we're on different platforms. So you may only see your comment, but they all fold into us onto one platform into Restream. And so we pick the questions as they come up. We just, whoever we're drawn to, we pull your question and we read your energy. And before we came to live, I meditated and asked that my higher power would guide me to the person who needed the answers the most. And so not that you're posting and telling me that you need it the most, but that your energy resonates with me. And then that's how we're picking it for you. So we're not skipping you. And we do see your comments, but they're all folding in from, again, about 6 or 8 different platforms.
Yeah. Kayla Gray. Kayla, do you want a specific or
Oh
general
my
reading?
gosh, Don, I saw her and I forgot her name. I'm so glad you saw her. Okay, I love
Mhm.
that.
So Kayla, let us know if you're still here, if you want a general or a specific.
And you don't have to say, can I have a reading? Just put your question.
Exactly.
Because when you keep putting, can I have a reading? We got to find where your question was. So just post your question. So Miss Kayla, are you still here?
Kayla, did you cut and run? Did you leave us? Did you dump us? What is that?
A long time ago, before we got into our little rants, Don, I saw her name and I really wanted to do a reading. But then I forgot her name. And so I was like, well, let
Well,
Don
she's
pick
here.
her. All right, there she is.
Yeah.
Just like,
Just life, general
okay.
guidance, or whatever you see. That's easy enough. Thank you, Kayla.
I immediately see you on a train and there's a lot of smoke. And so you're worried about how, like, is this supposed to happen? Like, should there be this much smoke or is the train going to derail? Like, you're very future focused person. Like, but you're thinking of the doom and gloom of it. Like, you're on a train and you're chugging along and cause you're on a long journey and you want a scenic route. Like, what's pleasing to the eye is what's important to you. Does it look good to you? Is it attractive to you, to your eye? And so you're on this train and you're chugging along and you're wondering if the train is going to break down or what's going to be the next thing. You're kind of a little bit phobic about things happening and how things are going to pan out. Like, am I going to lose my job? Am I going to, be able to pay my bills and things like that? But things seem to work out. You have had a little bit of misfortune in your life in the past, but overall things seem to be going pretty good. And you seem to be, they kind of show me you climbing out of like a barrel or a bucket, like you were down and you climbed your way out of it and you're trying not to be sucked back into that. So you're always cognizant of where you came from while you're trying to move forward and be gracious about getting to the next level. I do see that you're going to be rewarded. They're showing me the justice card. So I'm feeling like you're dealing with an issue where you feel like you were wronged and you're hoping that things balance out in your favor and you get what you want. I do hear there's going to be a little bit of compromise. You're going to have to give a little bit to receive a little bit, but all in all, it will ultimately be for your greatest good. And it'll seem like to you that you got almost everything that you wanted. So I don't know if that's a divorce or that's some kind of situation, but you are going through a situation where you are feeling. Oh, the Five of Cups came out too, so I feel like there's some kind of loss. So, okay, she loses everything and gains it back. Like, it feels like you are going through an ending or some kind of like something is you're moving on from something, but the justice card is balancing it out for you, like give a little, receive a little, so things are going to work out in your favor. I do see the Wheel of Fortune, but it's spinning really fast, so you seem to be going through highs and lows really fast, and you need to kind of slow it down a little bit and have a little bit more focus forward on what you actually want to do. Like, I feel like you're a little bit in a little bit of a squirrel moment, like you're kind of here and there and all over the place. And they're saying focus a little bit. What is it that you really want to do? Like, if you put your mind to it, they're saying like you could invent whatever, you could create whatever, you could manifest whatever, but you got to focus in on something and it's got to be tied to what you enjoy. So they're telling me that you need to really focus in on how you want to move forward. You're trying to figure out what's the best way. And so again, oh my God, you got the death card. Not meaning that there's death, but I like the way they do the death card and how it's a lady as she opened up, like she's opening up her body as she's letting out the better you, the new her. So you're transforming, like you're letting go this old body that is no longer for you and you're releasing the new you. So you're transitioning into something else. Usually that's a spiritual journey too, so you're kind of having some spiritual awakening or some kind of transition into something that's a little bit more lighter and freer than what you're used to, because they showed me kind of like the devil card, but the devil card is kind of like addiction or pessimism, and those chains are kind of being broken and you're going into this new death card, which is that transition. So I do feel like things are going to pick up for you. That Five of Cups turns into a Six of Cups because you're always looking back to make sure that you don't make those mistakes. So in that light of the Hermit card, you are learning to be better, and to do things better. Um, but you're always aware of things that happen so that you can make better decisions going forward. Um, you're wanting a better love life again. So I don't know if okay. I don't know if you're having to like if you're going through the end of a relationship or you're just hoping for a better relationship, but I'm getting that lovesick feeling like you're wanting love or you're wanting some kind of romantic gesture or just some kind of, romantic touch, but you're seeking that in some kind of way. So if you're in a relationship, you're not getting that, but you do want, that to come your way. Sorry, some of your cards fell on the floor. I had to pick it all up. And so I just feel like you're transitioning into something better and you're moving into it, but your heart is calling out for love. You really want love. You're kind of trying to stay focused on career and finances and things like that and kind of put love to the back of your mind, but your heart is like sending out an SOS. I hear or don't do it very quickly on that X. Like, don't do it. Listen, honey, it is Mercury retrograde. That's when all those reads come back. People redo those relationships, try to creep back up. And remember, what was the reason why you broke up with that person? Listen, at this age that I am now, I probably ain't changing a lot. So if it didn't work out 5 years ago, it probably ain't gonna work out now. But you're the driver of your own vehicle, and you can decide what you want to do, but I don't see that. I do see love coming for you, but I don't feel like it's going to be that person. That person isn't going to notice your growth. You've grown a lot. You've become a different person. Like, I feel like you were a little bit combative, like that Taurus energy, that fiery energy, that stubborn energy, and you just kind of push, 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 push. And you are and you've kind of mellowed out a little bit, and you're maturing into who you want to be. And you don't always have to be right. You're not going to argue with people. You just want to move forward in your own lane and not have to deal with a lot of the drama. Um, and then I also get that you're just ready for something new. Like, I feel like this train ride is taking you through the scenic route on where your final destination is. So wherever you are now, I don't feel like you're going to stay there. Like, you're going around the mountain. They're really showing me that. So this has been a long journey to get you to where someplace that you ultimately had already wished to be. So I feel like wherever you're going is going to be something that is more what you wish for but kind of forgot about. So you're going on to something better, but it's a long, linear route to getting to where you want it to be. That's what I got for her. She wants to know, what do you see for her career wise or money wise? They gave me more about her journey and her transition and her maturing into the person she wants to be. I didn't get anything really about career, but that's where they want her to focus a little bit more.
Well, it's interesting because the first thing I got was this.
Could it be me?
Are you high maintenance? Are you dramatic, Kayla? Because I'm picking up some serious.
Like 5 seconds before you got on, that's what I said. She had that real strong Taurus energy where she was really like, she would push and she had to be right. She was argumentative. Like, she was that big ball of energy, and now she's maturing into something else. So she may have been the drama guy.
Yeah, because I got that. But I also am getting the 8-8 for you, the number 8-8. Check it out, Kayla. When you have a chance, just look up angel number 88. Um, when you see the angel number 88, sorry, trying to take care of a little business, if you don't mean here.
Well,
Okay. So we're back to where we should be. Sorry about that.
okay, cool.
Anyway, yeah, 88 exactly. Angel, look up the angel number 8. You have, it's work. There's work coming for you. You have work ahead of you. You have quite a bit of work ahead of you, but it's a learning experience. Okay, so you're gonna be learning a lot as you progress through this learning experience. Learn as much as you can, take in as much information as you can. If you have a chance to get back to school, this is a time to be in school. This is a time to make sure you're getting a good strong education, a good strong foundation, and you're going to celebrate it down the road. But the 88 is that putting the work in for success. Okay, so the 88 is an important number. Remember, 8 is also the sign of infinity, because if you look at it when you draw it, it's like this, and so that's the sign of infinity. So what it's telling you is that you have directed yourself on a path right now that it's fraught with work, but the ultimate destination is extremely beneficial to you. So put the work in. Don't hesitate. Don't shy away from work. And but more importantly, sometimes don't be the drama. Instead, sometimes just put your head down, work forward, and get the things done that you need to do. And then you will be surprised, but not really surprised, when you finally realize the goals that you set for yourself, because again, there's an alignment between what you want, what you think, and what you believe you can get. And the more that you work and the more that you put the effort in, that helps you get what you want. Your eyes will open up and say, I can achieve this. I can do more. It's kind of like what we were talking about earlier in a conversation, and it's about the meditation. It's like sometimes we limit ourselves on what we believe we can do, and therefore we don't set our goals high enough. Okay, your Kayla, your energy is unlimited. It really is. I mean, I'm really picking up a strong, amazing energy. But and part of it again is because you're the drama. But sometimes when you are that person, you get a lot of attention, and you can move forward, because guess what? People pay attention to you, and it can benefit you. Okay, so use it to your advantage. All right.
Listen, Don, I know I'm the drama. I just live in and be okay with it. You get what you get. I'm the drama.
And that's you're
Don't be
exactly.
mad at it, Kayla. Just know, you know, the consequences of being the drama. Like sometimes
Mhm.
it's good things, sometimes it's bad things.
Yep.
Sometimes you're misunderstood, sometimes you're dead on. But
Yep.
own it if that's what you are. But be respectful in it.
Yep, exactly. And put your hand up. Make sure that you are acknowledged when you've done something right. Make sure that you're acknowledged. Don't let it pass by. Don't say, "Oh well, they'll pay attention." No, they won't. Use that drama energy to say, "You know what? When I'm due my respect, when I'm due my benefits, when I am due the kudos, damn right you better give them to me, because I will remind you that look what I did, and I want you to know what I did, and I want you to appreciate what I did." And that's important, because guess what? Sometimes in this world, you have to be your biggest cheerleader, because you may not have that many around you to do that for you. So you do it. You just do it.
But you know what, Don? I think they didn't give us any specific career information before her because I feel like she's still carving it out. Like the
Mhm.
first thing that they told me was that she needed to focus. And once she decides what she wants to do, it'll just kind of like she can just like draw it out. And
Yeah.
one of these ladies told me I was listening to a Pisces reading and she said, be careful what you write down because you can manifest it very quickly during this 8-8 portal. And she kept saying, be careful what you write down. And you know what? I didn't write anything down. I should have wrote down $1 million. Maybe I could have manifested that quickly. But she was just saying, be careful what you write down. And I feel like that's what they're saying. If you just decide what you want and focus in on it, it'll happen for you quickly. Um, the reason it's taking so long now is because you're gaining all this knowledge and you are seeming to go all the way around the mountain forward. And it's going to take a lot of work, but again, you got to figure out where you want to go so you can be steered in that way and get the
Mhm.
success that you want. It's more about your focus than us telling you what they want you to do because they want you to do, your higher power wants you to do whatever it is that you want to do, but you just got to figure out what that is so they can help you to move in that way.
Yeah. And Kayla, darling, you say for sure people almost hate me for no good reason sometimes. Don't go there. You know why people sometimes are irritated with you. You know it because, again, you are the drama. It's not a bad thing necessarily, but own it. When it works in your advantage, own it. When it goes against you, own it too. Just make sure you own it, and you own your voice. That's what you do. You own the voice and say, you know what? I have these issues. There are times I am not perfect. I don't know what that is like because I am perfect. But if just saying, you say, hey, look, I know my limitation. I know I can do this. I can't do that. That's fine. I am drama. I'm not drama. I'm a smart ass. I'm a sarcastic person. That's me. And that one does fit me because I am from time to time quite sarcastic. And I will say it.
Wrong and opinionated.
Yes, exactly. So there you go. And so own it. You don't have to say, oh, well, I don't know why. You know why. We all know why. But own it. Just say, you know what? unfortunately, it comes with a package. It's what it is, you know. So who is next, Miss Angie?
There's so many people that come in there. That Genevieve, I don't think I've heard that name before. Genevieve Lobo, general reading. I like that
Okay.
energy.
Genevieve, it's
I like
your
the
turn.
name Genevieve.
Yeah.
I immediately heard the journey stops now. What are you stalling on? There's something you're supposed to be moving forward on and you're not moving forward on. And I heard the journey starts now. So whenever you're ready to move forward, you're very pessimistic or you're doubtful that something that you want to do is gonna pan out because as soon as I heard the journey starts now, this card popped out. So that's usually pessimism or addiction. I don't feel like it's addiction. I feel like it's you just kind of not necessarily being a negative Nancy, but kind of doubtful should I really do it? Should I really like you're mulling it over in your head over and over and over and over because they show me the nine of swords. It's like something that you're mulling over, but it's kind of like going back and forth because you're thinking about it really hard and then you're not kind of then you're trying to like not think about it or whatever it is. You're supposed to be doing something that you're not doing. You're not moving forward with, and it seems to be career wise, but it could be a relationship too. Is somebody a little bit more serious in a relationship than you want them to be, or somebody wants to move forward faster in a relationship than you want them to? Because I kind of get a thing that it could be career, but it could be love. And this seems to be a little bit more leaning toward love, but it could be both. Like maybe the love is affecting your career. Is that what I'm getting? Um, is that your um is that your going through a situation with love where you're it's not kind of going the way that you want it to go. Then I got the Ace of Wands, so there is a new start coming for you. So maybe you're at the end of something, or you had something that just ended because I got the Ace of Wands, so something new is coming. But I feel like that's more career wise versus the love thing. So you're really mulling over whatever it is. It's really causing you a little bit of not necessarily anxiety, but it's on your mind a lot. Like you're thinking about it, how you want to move forward, and what should I do? How should I do it? And what they're saying is that um so a new opportunity is coming your way, but it seems to be career minded, career focused, and it seems to be something that you're passionate about or something that is creative for you. You seem to be trying to get into that right side of your brain, that creative side versus that logical side. You have a gift that you're not using. They are definitely telling me the journey starts now. So whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing, whatever talent, skill, or ability that you have, you're not using it, and they're wanting to know why you're not starting the journey and just moving forward. You want to see it all laid out. You feel very Capricorn-esque in your energy, like everything has to be orderly and lined up where things have to really be like, okay, I need to know when it's gonna start, how much I'm gonna make, what resources I need, how much money, and those are all good business plans and good things to have lined up. But you're a little bit too perfectionist about it. Like you want to know every single thing and every single possibility and outcome, and you won't know that until you actually get out there and learn. A lot of people who have successful businesses have it through the toil and the grit and grind of toiling through heartache and heartbreak as they made it to the successful place. And so you're kind of getting all of it, but you don't want to start unless you know it's gonna actually work. Well, it will, but you actually still have to go through the ups and downs of whatever the career move is. But it seems to be that you need to step out and start that journey, whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. And they're telling me that you know what it is. They're not even telling me, but whatever it is, it's supposed to be something that'll make you kind of like your own boss or put you on a journey where you kind of control your work hours and what you do and how much you charge. So if it's not your own business, it's a service that you provide where you're the entrepreneur or you're the owner or boss. So that's what I got.
Super. Hmm. I saw the signs. It's interesting because when you first came on, I got that song in my head. I saw the signs. And so, Genevieve, what is it you're missing? What is it that what is something that you've been given? It's like there's something you don't want to see, something that you're kind of putting your head in the sand for. and and it's like it's if again it's gonna you're not going to continue. It's gonna be difficult to move on without addressing it. Okay, so can you, are you comfortable with giving us any idea of what that might be, or do you even, I don't know if it's a relationship situation, or whether
See,
it's.
John, I got that. Remember, I said it felt like it was something career and relationship,
Mhm,
but then I jumped off of the relationship part because you know how much I love a love reading. I went
exactly.
and focused on the career part. So maybe you'll
Yeah,
get the relationship part. You're welcome.
yeah. I just, it's, yeah. There's something going on there, and I just feel like you're putting your head in the sand. You don't want to deal with it right now. And is it because maybe you're not ready to deal with it, or maybe you're not ready for the potential consequences that could come from it? Whatever it is, you're stuck, and so you're going to have to deal with this situation, this whatever it is, before you can move forward. And I think you're going to be surprised it's not as um, impactful as you think it might be. Is that a good way to put it? So you haven't responded in any way, so I don't know what that would be. But just know that is that you know what you know. You got to take your head out of the sand. You have to get to work and focus on what it is, and then deal with it and move forward. Because the reality is that having it open is not helpful at all. So there you
The
go.
journey starts now. She just won't move. Like head in the sand sounds very appropriate because she's not moving. She's not doing anything. And they're like, hey, just start the journey. Everything
Yep.
will work out. You just have to move forward. Viral dodo or doodoo, whatever that
Mhm.
is. We're calling people that we're attracted to their energy or that we align with their energy. Your energy is very low vibe. That may be why we're not connecting with you. There's a desperation in you and there's a low vibe in it. So if you want, like, kind of like, we see your question over and over and over and over again. We're not ignoring you. We're just not aligning with your energy because it's so low vibe and it's so desperate and it's so pleading. And that's like you're trying to pull us way down and we're trying to pull you up. So raise your energy a little bit and maybe we'll connect with you. But right now your energy is so low vibe. I do like DJ Triple Santana.
Let's do that one. Where is that one? Let me find it.
They're
Oh, I
on
see
their
it.
third cup of coffee. That's a lot of coffee. And what part of the world that you're in that you're on your third cup? Because it's like 8:30 here.
Are you in India?
And I don't know if this is because Don said, "Are you in India?" But I immediately saw that your path is slowing down, so slow that you feel like you're barely moving at all, and you're wondering what's taking so long. I feel like you had a lot of momentum, or you had enough momentum that you thought you were ready to move forward, but everything seems to be slowing down now, and you're like almost at a standstill, and you're like, "Why is everything taking so long, or why am I not moving forward at all?" Um, I got the lovers card. So this could either be partnership. Gosh, they are making me do a love reading. This could either be partnership or it could actually be a romantic situation. So let me see what it is with the cards. Um, let me see what the next card is that comes out because I just really don't want to read into a love reading. And so I'm just going to see the Eight of Cups. So walking away. Are you ending a romantic situation? Because I got the Eight of Cups and then I got the lovers. So that's usually somebody walking away from something. I love the way they do these cards. They're just so pretty. But it feels like you're walking away from something. This is the lovers and this is the Eight of Cups. This is you walking away from a situation. But you seem to be usually when you leave the Eight of Cups, you go to the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So maybe you're not happy in some kind of situation. It's either a partnership or a romantic situation, but it feels like a romantic situation that you're walking away from and you're trying to find your footing or how you're going to move forward in the next few months. That's why you keep saying next few months, but you're in that King of Wands energy, which is that leadership role. It's like you've been kind of sitting back for a while and letting people make decisions for you. And now you're like, you know what? Let me step up and do what I'm supposed to do and make these decisions, and you're in that leadership role, like you're ready to command attention, you're ready to make some hard decisions and move forward. and you're just wondering, are you making the right decisions? Like, is your line of thinking okay? And they're saying yes, it is. Go ahead and make those tough decisions. Go ahead and make those moves that you're considering moving. It'll be okay. Um, I just keep hearing this is a stepping stone to to your greater happiness, or to your greater good, or to you getting what your heart's desire. So you're walking away from something. You're saying no, it's not a relationship. Then it's either a job or a career. Like, you're walking away from something, some kind of partnership, or some kind of So the love twos are either decisions, or it's a relationship, and you're saying it's not a relationship, but you're walking away from something. So I feel like it's a career if you're saying it's not a relationship, and you're like, all of your cards are very much like, you got the magician, you got the emperor, and you got the king of wands. Very much you standing up, you being in that masculine energy, you being a decision maker, you deciding how your household is going to move forward, how your future, how your career, like taking command of the situation, and being in that powerful masculine energy after you're leaving whatever this situation is. So I do feel like you're leaving something. And if it's not a relationship, then it's a job. You're leaving some kind of situation that is making you unhappy, but you're very much in this new masculine energy. It doesn't feel arrogant. It just feels like you kind of figured out who you were, and you're ready to stand up and move forward in that light. But it's still a little bit uncomfortable being this aggressive, or being this kind of dominant. But you are moving in the right direction. Go ahead and make those decisions, and go ahead and move forward, however you want to. And a lot of it has to do with your career. Like, there's a balance between, if I do this, how will it affect my career? But whatever it is that you're thinking seems to be well aligned. Like, go ahead and do it. So that's what I got.
Super, super. Yeah. So you do the cups of coffee because you work at night. Is that what it is as a DJ? Is that? I'm just kind of curious. That's not a psychic thing. That's just a general question. I'm just kind of curious because it's like, again, that time of the night, having that much coffee.
Okay, so it is work, because he said things are slow. And I'm like, things are slowing down to a standstill. You're barely moving, and you're thinking about changing your
Yeah.
direction. It could be like a personality on TV, like a YouTube personality or something like that, because it still seems very much in media.
Yeah. There's another DJ, another New York DJ who comes on um, either tonight or tomorrow morning. They tend to come on from time quite frequently. So it's interesting. This is a second New York DJ. It's like, what's up? I love that. I love the energy. Um, is this the same guy? Because I thought this other guy was from the Bronx too, but maybe not. Okay. Anyway. Um, yeah, you need to what I'm getting is you need to separate yourself. Um, you need to set yourself apart. Okay, you're spending so much time trying to blend in. You're spending so much time trying to be like everybody else, or to give the services. Oh, it is you. Okay, Ray. Okay, good. Because I was like, wait a minute, that's very coincidental. But you need to make sure that you're separating yourself. You're make sure that you are finding a niche, which can be complicated because with niches you also tend to sometimes lose business. But you don't have to do only the niche. But more importantly, you have to try to find a niche. What is the special thing that you do? What is it that you like to do? What is it? Where does it you shine? What is it you do best? And when you find that, make sure you market the hell out of it. Make sure that you become that guy. You become that person. I'll give you an example. When I was in College Station, Texas, for my undergrad, for political science undergrad, I started selling real estate because I loved real estate. I already owned some as rental properties, and I wanted to know more and get inside information. And so there are 10 million realtors in College Station, Texas, and it's a small damn town. So it's like 10 million realtors chasing what, 50,000 people or something at most. Guess what? The odds are pretty damn slim that somebody would come in and do very well. And I didn't know what my niche would be. I didn't realize what it would be, but it appeared, it showed itself. Because what happened is, as I wanted to get started, I had some older women in the brokerage who were very motherly, and they kind of took to me, and I was like their big bubba, and so and not big brother, big bubba. I was a bubba. I looked like a bubba. I felt like a bubba, and it was at Texas A&M. I was a bubba, my big old red beard and everything. So they took to me and they gave me helpful hints. And one of the things that they did is they would get condominiums to sell or to lease, and they would give them to me because they didn't chase that little money; they chased the big money. That's when and they were so successful they didn't have to chase the little money. So I got my first condo, and I got the listing, and I went out and I got somebody who came in and said I wanted to see the condo. I took them out, and as I was talking to them, and there was a set of parents who wanted to buy a condo for their son. And as I'm talking to them, I'm like, so wait a minute, you want to buy a condominium, you want to pay a monthly payment, or you're going to pay cash, and your son's going to be there for 3 or 4 years. So that investment's just going to sit there, and then maybe at the end you'll sell it or something. And like, yeah, I guess so. And I said, well, have you thought about a duplex or a fourplex? And I explained to them how they could buy a duplex, put their son in one side, having the rent pay the mortgage, and therefore they're not costing anything out of pocket. Or better yet, they could buy a fourplex with a little bit more money and put their son in one of them and have three tenants. And they can have a management company because College Station is full with management companies, and they can therefore have it work to their advantage. So ultimately, what I'm getting at is I became the condo king of College Station because I I would take everybody's condo. You don't want a condo? I'll take it. I'll take your condo. I'll take the condo. I'll list it. And people were throwing their condos at me. And they didn't realize, and I never told them, that I was turning their condo opportunities into my duplexes and fourplexes. And when I was selling all these duplexes and fourplexes, people were like, how are you finding these people? I said, I don't know, they just find me. They found me because they were coming to see a condo. And I learned how to sell up. I learned how to sell up, but I learned how to separate myself. I did not compete with the ladies in the houses. I'm like, you know what? That's your niche. You're great. I found my space. I made it mine. So what I'm asking you, Ray, is to think about how you can find your space, find your lane, and think about how you can excel in that lane and then go down that lane. That doesn't mean you exclude the other. You don't exclude the other work. So if you get other work that doesn't fit in the lane, take it. But at the same time, focus your marketing on the lane and make sure that you're driving it home. And you will be surprised. Once you own that lane, once people know you are that guy, then they come to you because they need your service. Not everybody's DJ service. They need yours because you fit that niche. And embrace it, love it, wear it proudly, and don't be surprised that ultimately, again, look at RuPaul. RuPaul was just a nappy drag queen. She really was just didn't have her stuff together, but she knew her lane, and she wound up becoming this amazing drag queen and making all this money because she found that special niche of glam. She didn't do just campy drag. She did glam, and that's. I mean, there's many ways I can go on that, but the point is find your niche, find the lane, take that lane, work it, work it, work it. Take everything else as well as it comes in, and the rest will still come in. But own that lane, and then eventually they'll find you. You don't even have to find the work.
I also feel like it'll still be an entertainment. Like he'll just branch out. Like he'll need to
Mm-hmm.
expand. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
he's so insulated right now that he
Mm-hmm.
needs to expand out. Whether that's doing videos or
Mm-hmm.
whether that, but something else. Like you said, find your niche. Like there has to be something specific about why they're calling you and what
Mm-hmm.
service they're going to get from you to
Mm-hmm.
make you stand out a little bit more. I did get that big slowdown that he was talking about, but again, you're right. He's gonna have to focus in and find what
Mm-hmm.
direction he wants to go. But I feel like he's gonna expand, and it's still gonna be some form of entertainment.
Yeah, and don't also Ray. I'm hearing bat mitzvah, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, bar mitzvah. Is that a lane that you could tap into? That would be
He
probably.
said he's done a lot of senior centers. But again, that's a broad outlook because if you're doing bar mitzvahs now, then you're branching out. You're doing something else, and you become that person. Like, oh, I know somebody who did, and somebody's calling you for something else, and before you know it, you're doing big events
Yep.
based on a reputation. But again, you got to kind of build that reputation up as you go.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure you're very well known, but you just got to, as you expand, you're building again. You're going to another level. So you're the person that does senior centers, then you'll be the bar mitzvah person, maybe the wedding person, and you'll
Yep.
keep rising, rising, rising as you keep using each thing as a stepping stone. Did we say that about somebody? I heard stepping stone.
Well, the good thing is also if you do a bar mitzvah or bat mitzvahs, again, one's for male, one's for female. But if you get into that area, you'll wind up with party planners, and party planners will then be calling you because they're like, "Hey, I've got this party plan going on. I've got something happening. Can you do this? Can you do this?" Again, I've heard those words. I don't know if they even will resonate. I don't know, but I'm just saying that again, find a lane, go down that lane, market to that lane, find people who can help, the producers who work in that space, whatever, the people that you can network with, the people who can help you with that space. And as you head down that space, don't be surprised if again the work starts finding you. Flip the script. Yeah. And affirmations, Ray. Affirmations. You the book right here. Affirmations. Do an affirmation. Prepare an affirmation to tell yourself where you want to be, what you want the success to look like. Then put it into place every day. Repeat it 3 times a day in the morning. And if you want to repeat it later on the day as well, but make sure that you're repeating it and bringing it into be. Make sure that you're creating the person you want. Don't leave it to circumstance. That's not going to happen.
I'm always adjusting my affirmations to meet whatever the need is. Like that one isn't working right now. Maybe I need to adjust it to be something else. Like I was just the other day saying, I'm walking around. I was like, I'm so happy I was walking around and I just found $1,000 on the ground. You
Yeah.
never know. It could happen.
Exactly. And Ray, what's your social media skills? Make sure you're getting into social media. Make sure you're using that because so many people are using social media these days to find themselves. So if you're doing whatever you're doing, make sure you're using social media to its fullest to get your name out there. And
Dom, when we first started, I was thinking of how they did it during COVID, and they would do like live sessions on live where they would do a little session and do it live, and they would get a following that way too. So, marketing yourself, like maybe doing a little live session on, because you said you've been doing it for 25 years, and if it's getting slow, then you got to remarket yourself. And they were saying like, oh, maybe do a couple live sessions online, or maybe get the family to come in with you and kind of dance and do things with you. People love to see into your regular life. So if you're just going to put your regular life online, they're going to love to see that. They're going to want to see your videos. So a lot of the videos that I have that do good are videos of just me and my family just doing regular old stuff out and about in the street. And so people like to be voyeurs into your life. And if you have the family in there and they're all grooving to your music, now you've got a following of people just wanting to be in your life and see what you're doing. And now it's like, oh yeah, I saw this DJ online, or I know this. And so you're expanding in more ways than one. You're using social media, you're actually getting, the jobs out in the community, and you're doing the word of mouth. So you're kind of hitting them from every angle.
And you can put together a set of like for a half hour, and then put together a set and record it, and then put it up to YouTube. And you won't get monetized on a video like that because again, you may not own the rights to the music, but put it up there. And then when you have anybody ask what you do and how you do it, say, go check out my YouTube channel. It'll show you what I do. You'll get, and therefore again, you don't even have to worry about having, having CDs and whatever else. You can just point and say, hey, go listen to this. And you can have like the happy set or the the drama set or whatever. You can name them creative names, but put them out there so people can see it. And again, as people, we have Shauna, who is on with me on Thursday mornings. She actually listens to a lot of YouTube music, and so she'll have it playing in the background all day long, and she'll have the different YouTube music popping up and down. And again, she looks for music from time to time and says, "Okay, what's there?" So there's something that again you may want to consider. Use it to your advantage. One more question: going to Florida in 2 weeks. How's that going to be to see my 90-year-old dad? I don't get anything bad from it. I don't feel any negative energy from it, so that's a good thing. I think you have a good time. So there you go.
I don't get any negative energy on it about.
No.
Like, are these people you haven't seen in a long time? I don't get any bad. Just be yourself. Like you're wondering if people, are you wondering about your success or how they're going to look at you as career wise? But I don't get any kind of bad thing. Like people are going to be happy to see you. They haven't seen you in a long time. They're going to embrace you. Is there some tension between you and your dad or something? Like you haven't spoken in a while? But I don't get anything bad from you.
Me neither. I think it's going to be.
I got the Page of Swords. You might even get a lot of clarity. Like some truths may be revealed, and you're going to get information that helps you understand or repair your relationship with family members that you didn't think about.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely interesting. I got his energy. I think I got your dad's energy there, which is interesting. You know, and again, you're returning. You're returning to visit your dad. Okay, and it will be enlightening. You're going to pick up some little nuggets along the way, which is nice. Don't stay too long. This is the that's the warning. Don't stay too long. You know, when time comes for you to leave, make sure you leave. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Sometimes people come and stay too long at the party. It's like, yeah, it's time for you to go home. Sorry. Sure, you
Listen,
would
let me tell you, at one time I went to Michigan and I stayed for 10 days. By day 4, I was ready to go.
especially if it's cold. I know how you are with cold. You're like, take me home.
And it
Take me
was like
home.
late October, so no thank you.
All right. Who else you got there, Miss Angie?
I don't know. Is this Madiha or Madia? Madiha? Madiha?
Tyler Perry, are you here? Is that who that?
Is that Medea that way? You spelled it different.
No, Meada, Medea, I think it is.
Right, but I'm like, how can you tell us how to pronounce that? Yeah.
Madia, Madia.
Okay. A general reading, let's see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna change colors. These are too big for my hand. And they're very slick, like smooth. The DJ guy seems real funny. Like his personality seems like it just shines through. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying. Like I feel like he's gonna expand so much, but he just got to figure out how to be that, how to be that, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
that go to person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? I tried to bypass this, Medea. Like I felt like things were moving pretty slow for you, and I put that card back because I didn't want to deal with it. And then the Knight of Pentacles came out. So you've been persistent, you've been consistent, you've been dependable, you've been working hard at something, but it's just taking a long time to come. But it is gonna come. The Knight of Pentacles is usually the slowest moving knight in the deck. It takes a long time to get where you're going, but it's also usually assured that you're going to get what it is. So whatever it is that you've been working toward is coming. It's just been a long, tedious road. And then I got the death card, which is transition, which means that you are moving along again slowly, because transition usually takes a minute where you're giving birth to the new you. So this has been a long, slow journey for you. And you're kind of tired of this journey. You're ready to move forward. But I do feel like it's going to happen. Like you've learned your lessons, you're moving forward. They're showing me the Hermit card disappearing and turning into the Magician card. So you've learned your lessons and you're ready to move forward. And it's all about you just proactively saying what it is that you want, like having a wish or like, what is it that you want? How do you want to move forward? You seem to be very much in this kind of not necessarily poverty mindset, but lack. Like, well, why don't I have this? Kind of like that Eeyore kind of sense. Like, well, I wish I had this, and why don't I have that? And they say, and I clearly heard you have not because you asked not. You have not been voicing what it is that you truly want. You just been like, well, I want a job that pays more. Well, what is more? Like, if you make $5,000 a month, $5,001 is more. But is that what you meant? Did you mean that you wanted to make $7,000 a month versus $5,000 a month? Sometimes you have to be a little bit more specific. You're getting what you're asking for, but it's not coming to you the way in a way that looks like what you want. Oh, I want a better paying job. Well, you did get a better paying job. It just doesn't pay as much as you want it to be. Or I want my family to get along. Well, they are getting along in some situations, just not getting along with you. Like, but I do get this Nine of Pentacles, which is you working towards something that they're aligning me back to this. So you're working toward it. You're going to get that independent wealth. You're going to get what it is that you're seeking, but you have to get out of this negative kind of mindset of things not working out and see things working out for yourself and speak into existence what you want. Like if you want to have if you want a job that pays $7,000, I want a job that pays me $2,000 more per month, or I want a job that pays me $24,000 more, or whatever it is. You got to speak what you want so your guides know what to give you. Because I just want something that pays more or that is better. You're getting it. It just doesn't look like what you want it to be, and you're frustrated and you're not sure how you want to move forward. And so what I'm getting is that you need to be a little bit more vocal about what you want. Like, speak what it is you want. It's okay to ask for what you want and not feel like you're being like greedy or selfish or anything like that. Ask for what you want. You can have whatever it is you want. You just have to speak up that that's what you want so that they can put you on the right path and align you with getting what it is. But you seem to be so afraid to even speak it is why you're not moving forward or getting anything that you want. Um, and then you're kind of trying to balance, like which way you should go, what decisions you should make. Should I go this way or that way? You're not really seeing what you want to do, and you're not balancing your resources, like your time and your creativity or your energy or whatever you're supposed to be doing. Like you're wasting more time than you're spending on doing something that could be productive for yourself. So they're saying you need to get a little bit more focused and put a little bit more attention on the things that'll move you forward versus the frivolous things of like maybe scrolling on the internet or just kind of like sitting back and procrastinating, like thinking about it. Analysis paralysis, like, well, if I go path A, it'll be this. If I go path C, it'll be this. If I go A and a little bit of B, it'll be this. You're overthinking it to the point where you're just not moving at all. And they're saying just focus on what you want and you'll start to move forward. You'll get out of this energy and you'll move into something that's a little bit more fast moving. But that's what I got for her.
Super, super. What I'm picking up is I think you need to be in a to it's going to be a slow, steady process to get to your dream job and to your dream future, whatever you want to call it. But your future lies in service. It lies in service, in helping others, in guidance. And so it could be like as a guidance counselor. It could be as an attorney. It could be as a doctor, a physician, psychologist, psychiatrist, those kind of things. I'm just getting this energy of a service type position where a counseling, a person of a helping, not just service, but help. Again, you want to assist, and it's part of the energy that is within that's in the fiber of your being. Okay, and that's where you find your happiness, because again, it's going to be slow to get there, and you're going to get frustrated from time to time because you're expecting it to move faster. But again, once you get the career path done, and then you start actually working in it, you're going to be very happy that you did. But it's interesting because the one thing, as you move forward and as you again move forward to this career, um, it's gonna make you question things, and it's gonna make you think about things that you hadn't quite thought before, and it's gonna bring doubt to some of the foundational experiences and knowledge that you had. So you need to make sure that you're staying open to receiving what it is that is being sent to you, because if you fight it, it's not going to be to your advantage, and it's going to slow down the process even more. Now, again, once you make it through, you're going to be very happy that you did. Look at this. That's the 10 of Cups. So happiness is at the end of this. And again, time for celebration. So focus on a, don't be surprised if you wind up focusing on a service, not necessarily service, but again, a counseling type, direction type, guidance type situation where, again, counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, attorney, somebody, doctor, a nurse, somebody who gives guidance, somebody who helps to give direction and understanding. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for you. I wish you
I
well.
also feel like she doesn't really want to pick. She wants it to be like, my higher power said that this is the career for me, so this is what I'm going to do. She doesn't want the accountability of deciding. She wants them to decide, and then she'll just begrudgingly do whatever it is, whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, good point. Good point. And again, you have free will. So no matter what you hear from us or anybody else, ultimately you make the decision. But if you want to truly be happy and to excel, make sure you're doing something within your life path. And if your life path is a path of service, a path of giving back, a path of helping others, then if you go against that in your career, don't be surprised if life becomes complicated and difficult for you, because again, spirit will warn you and they'll keep budging you and they go, hello, you maybe gonna, and eventually they kind of give you the indication like, okay, you screwed up, and so we're really going to mess up your life. They don't do it to punish you, they do it to make sure that you get back to the life path. Because when you seem to be on your life path, you seem to be doing well. But when you deviate, man, spirit is like, hello, I'm talking to you. Do you get me? And if you don't hear, they come again. They tap on your shoulder, they smile in your face, and eventually they do a little bit of something else. And I'm gonna let somebody else tell me the whole story right here.
Healing journey. About 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable, and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass, and so I needed to really change the way I was living.
I love Valerie Bertinelli, and she says it better than I could ever say it. So that's the point. Be careful.
Spiritual 2x4.
Yep, the spiritual 2x4. And believe me, it happens, and it happens big time. We have a friend who is a mutual friend, who they kept telling her, slow down, slow down, slow down. She was just taking care of too many and too much. And sure enough, she did something. She got off of a horse like she's done over and over and over again, and snapped her ankle. And so she was in a cast for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And she's like, okay, I get the point. Damn, I get the point. Okay. And she's learned, and she attributes to that. She totally understood it because she got the signs, and they sent her the signs, but she was not willing to listen. And then finally they said, okay, we'll help you listen. So I'm hoping that you will listen to what we're saying and put that to use, and you'll find overall that you're going to be healthier and happier as long as you stay within your life.
Decide what you want and let it happen. Decide what you want and move forward toward that. Like, ask for guidance on how to move that dream forward once you decide what it is. Because right now you just seem to kind of be in a void where you haven't decided anything in any way. Just whatever happens, I'll deal with it.
Exactly. And that's one thing is, which Angie just hit on, is that the most important thing is don't just go with the flow. When it comes to your life and your experiences, if you leave it to the universe and everybody else, then don't whine and cry and complain down the road because it didn't turn out. Because guess what? You set that emotion. That is on you. Okay, so make sure that you're taking an active role in planning your future and in moving it forward. Okay, otherwise, again, don't cry. Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that in so long. And I feel like I used to hear it all the time.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, with that, Miss Angie, I think we are done for the night.
It was a good night to be back. 2 solid hours. I like it.
Yeah, you brought some great energy again, which I love. And we thank everybody else for bringing your energy in as well, because
You
you
be
all.
trying to get all that water in. Goodness gracious.
I know. I hear you. With that said, then we are out of here. Any big plans for this weekend coming?
Kim is here from Psychic Squad. She wants to
Oh,
do
yes.
something this weekend. So I'll probably hook up with her this weekend and then just working. I'm free as a bird. Why does somebody want to invite me to something? Because I'm free as a bird. I don't have no kid. I don't have no nothing. It's just, where do y'all want to go? There are a couple things floating around in the air, but nothing solid. But I'm open, people. Where do y'all want to go?
Exactly. And Angie will, you offer some food. She'll travel.
I'll
She'll
travel.
travel.
Have food.
Good food. Good food.
Have food. Exactly. Good food. Don't just offer me anything.
Exactly. Bring.
And drinks.
Yep, that'll work.
You got a nice cocktail, I might come on over and have a couple drinks with you.
Yep. I think this weekend for us is pretty much a dead weekend too, where we've traveled so much and done so much over the last few months. It's like
People don't understand it. They're like, oh, I love traveling. You do. And then when you do a concentrated amount of it, you just kind of want to rest and just sit down and just, my sister said, I just want to enjoy my mortgage.
I totally get that. And I'm ready for that this weekend.
So I just want to kind of sit and do nothing. the child is back. I got one more thing to do for him. He needs a laptop now. So I'm going to go and get this laptop, and then I'm just going to sit down. And I'm going to check Costco because I remember last time you kept telling me check Costco and I didn't. And so I'm going to check Costco again and Sam's Club and see if they have what he specifically has in mind that he has to have.
Oh, oh. Been there, done that. Totally get that idea. Absolutely. Well, with that said, folks, we're done. Again, thank you so much for popping in and giving us your energy, sharing your evening with us. And we'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And then I'm back on tomorrow, Thursday morning, starting somewhere around 8-ish, 7-ish, 8-ish, ish. So we'll see.
Shauna going to be back?
Yes, Sean is supposed to be back. Yep, she
Listen, we all
arrived.
just took our little summer breeze and thought we was doing something. We just left the station for the whole summer, just out here having, just outside all summer.
I know and it was actually quite comfortable doing it too. And you're like, okay, but then I started, when I missed for a week or two, which I did, I started feeling like I kind of want it back. I want to get back online with
I
this.
was so happy to do that last little hour of class last night because I had planned it. I said, Brandon, I'll be there at 5:30, 5:45. I'll drop your stuff off. I'll make it back home. 6:15, I'm still driving him and his friend around. And I'm like, y'all, we missed class. I threw them off that car so fast and hit that 60 home and made it just in time to catch that last 7 o'clock hour because I missed it.
Yeah, well, it was good, and it was a good hour. It was a good hour of readings for you as well.
Yeah.
All right, folks, we'll see you later. Have a great one. Good night, everybody. Bye bye.